We all have our good days and our bad days.
And what's today?
We'll find out.
So when we talk about self-sufficient, resourceful badasses, no, we're not talking about Tom Cruise. We are talking about Thelma. Talk to me about how you related to the role of Thelma and what you wanted to bring to the role that wasn't on the page, and also doing your own stunts.
Well, I read the script and I knew I wanted to do it. And the script was wonderful. And it was just, I understood this woman. I knew where she was coming from, of the same age, basically. And it was just a no-brainer, really. I mean, this was going to be, I was going to do the film. We didn't know how soon we would be able to do it, but we did it about a year later, so that's quick.
Yeah. Fred, I love the character of Daniel and his relationship with his grandmother. Talk to me about their dynamic and how his understanding of his grandmother kind of changes throughout the course of the film.
Yeah, I think something I feel is that Daniel and Thelma are best friends who just happen to be grandson and grandma. Like, it's a coincidence of family luck that they're related, but even if they weren't, I feel that they would be best friends. And I actually think their dynamic is one of the things that is most grounded and rooted in the whole thing. It's everything else kind of changes. I think his ability to be honest with himself and listen to people and accept kind of care and confidence changes, but I think his love and comfort with Thelma actually is the one thing in the movie that is locked in the whole way through. I think that's the most unconscious part of it.
Absolutely. I love also the dynamic between Ben and Thelma, played brilliantly by Richard Roundtree. Can you talk about working with him and how their different approaches to the word help kind of resonate with both of them?
Well, Richard was very quiet. He was very much a gentleman. And we talked about our kids. He has 5, and I have 1 son. And he was a wonderful actor. And he wanted very much to do this film, and I think that he wanted to show a different side of himself that most people don't see him do on screen. And, we all loved him, and we feel very honored and pleased that we could have been there, that we were a part of his last film.
Absolutely.
It was June's birthday, second to last week of filming.
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah, and Kelly, our friend and June's assistant, orchestrated a whole master plan to have everyone in white wigs so that June would turn around and would see a sea of wigs around her. Richard wasn't working that day, but he arrived in the morning anyways in his car with a bouquet of flowers.
2 dozen red roses for me.
And a white wig on the top of his head.
That's incredible.
Yeah. True gentleman.
Absolutely incredible.
He drove up and we all said, "What are you doing here?" And he had this white wig.
Fred, the dynamic with your parents, played by Parker Posey and Clark Gregg, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Talk to me about their relationship in this film.
I think it's this thing where love is, it comes from such a real and right place, but their form of expressing it a lot of the time is with such anxiety and kind of clenching. It's like, I love you, but I don't want you to make any mistake, because if you make a mistake, then everything will be terrible, and I love you so much, so you can't have that happen. And there's an intensity there that I think Daniel has to figure out how to be like, you know what? It's okay if I fall on my face. I'm gonna take some steps and keep moving. And how Thelma sees him, I think, is a very trusting,
very
real way of being like, you'll be okay in the long run. Like make mistakes and keep going, rather than being so tightly wound that you're after just the exact perfection at all times.
My dad is on me the same way Clark was on Daniel.
Oh, that's a lot.
Same. I felt it. I felt myself through your character.
Don't you find sometimes the simplest things are the hardest to do?
Oh, yeah.
I just have to reply to this email, and for whatever reason I can't. I'm keep distracted.
I am with you 100%. Now, Josh's grandmother is the true inspiration for Thelma. Did you get a chance to meet her? And also, this is Josh's directorial debut, which he knocked out of the park. What did his directing style add to Thelma?
Well, he's a brilliant director. I mean, and I always say to him laughingly, I know you've got 5 or 6 films in a drawer somewhere because this can't be your first film. I mean, I think he was amazing what he did, and I've worked with a lot of first time, and I've worked with a lot of people that have worked for years. And this, I mean, he's a hell of a director. He really is. And I have met Thelma, and she's a wonderful wild lady. She's 103, and she's got a great sense of humor, and she could talk to anyone.
I love that.
She really could. Her mind's great.
I know. It's probably sharper than I am at this point. I mean,
She is sharp. I'm 94, and she's 100, and going to be 104. She's sharper than I am, I swear.
What'd you say when you first met her?
Oh, I walked in, and they had me mic'd because they were shooting a TV thing. And I said, I'm Thelma Post. She said, no, I'm Thelma Post. And then we laughed and giggled because we thought we were the funniest things in the world, going through this.
I love
And
it.
Josh just sat there grinning through the whole thing.
Well, look, fantastic job in this film. I hope everybody goes to see it.
Thank
I
you.
love this movie. Get ready for your next Oscar nomination. I'm just telling you.
Grandma?
Hello?
No, sorry. I'm just looking for my grandma. Sorry.